Welcome everybody to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. It is Hump Wednesday and wow. And sorry about that, everyone. But as you can see to my right, I have Miss the First Lady in the building. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm tired.
Me too.
But you look way more upbeat and greater than I do right now.
Well, thank you.
Hopefully you have a lot more energy than I do tonight.
I'll try.
So, from my understanding, you used to be on the network?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So I had a show here called Cookie Chronicles.
Okay.
And we went from January to August.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually announced on my Facebook that I am going to revive the show.
Awesome.
But I won't do it until like the end of March.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff happening right now.
No,
Yeah. But I'm definitely bringing it back. I've been getting a lot of calls and texts and inboxes like, when are you coming back? So right now, I still have a version of Cookie Chronicles, but it's on the Awaken Soul podcast as a segment.
Okay.
And they are out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good exposure right there.
People I would have never, ever spoke to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's cool. Well, I can't wait to hear the show.
I
feel like I remember seeing it. I think I do, but it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little second.
Well, as usual, what we go through on our Wednesdays is we ask the person how their day was.
Okay.
So how was your day?
It was long.
Really?
I had a long day. I start my mornings at 5.
Ooh, bless your heart.
I'm at work by 6:30ish, depending on how I'm feeling. But I wear a lot of hats at my job, so I do like 3 different positions.
Oh my
literally.
gosh.
So it was busy.
Okay.
And long.
Okay.
But I'm good.
That's good.
How are you?
Same
making
thing.
it?
My day is my day doesn't quite start at 5. It starts at 6:30ish.
Yeah, early.
Yeah. I as Brian knows, I'm very involved in my nephew's life. I mean, it's not that his parents isn't, but they just needed a little more help. So I help out when I can. So he gets dropped off at 7:00 in the morning.
Oh my
for
God.
School.
Yeah,
I know. And then his mom called me this morning and said, "Hey, are you working from home today?" And I said, maybe.
No.
Well, I have the opportunity to work from home. So I said, well, I have a few meetings in the morning, but I could be free later on this afternoon. And she asked if I could watch my niece, who is 8 months, which is his sister. So I said, okay. She said, okay, great. I just need you for a couple hours, and then once I get off work, I'll pick her up. Cool. So she dropped her daughter off at my job because me and her work close to each other. Dropped the daughter off my job. Then I went home. Then I worked the rest of the day from home. Then she said, hey, I'm back on this side. I'm going to go and take my son out of school. I said, okay, you get him, because I take him to karate practice on Mondays and Wednesdays. So I literally, once I drop him off at karate practice, I'm in there for 15 minutes, and then I'm flying here.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's long.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And like you, I wear a lot of hats at work, too. So I totally understand your pain and your struggle.
It
So
is
I get it.
struggle.
I get it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I feel your pain.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot. And people take, honestly, it's so, you ever been to a point in your life where you're just so busy that you're numb to it and you're just kind of like, why stress over it? Because this is what I normally do.
I'm there now. I've been there for the past few years now.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like I'm just on autopilot at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. So when I have downtime, I take full advantage.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
Yes, full
Okay.
advantage. Don't bother me. Don't knock on my door. Don't call me. I'm on Do Not Disturb. All of that.
I feel like last weekend was my advantage to do that, and I swear I sat on the sofa all Saturday.
And did nothing.
And did absolutely nothing but watch Netflix.
You know, it's funny when you become an adult, doing nothing and sleeping. It's like you look forward to it so much. Like you can't wait to go home and do nothing.
I know, right?
And it's so comfortable and comforting, and it's just the best thing ever.
And then it's like when you do it, you're in your head and you're like, I feel like I should be doing something.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like doing
nothing. Because you're so used to moving around and shaking.
Exactly.
That when you sit still, it's like something's not getting done here.
And that's how you feel.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you know what? Fuck it. It will get done later.
I wasn't going to say it, but yes, fuck it.
Oh my gosh. So we have quite a few things to discuss today. We have fashion victual news. Brian normally gives us 3 to 4 discussions to talk about in fashion victual news. Then we're going to go to our main topic, which is talking about everything as far as virtual reality. And that is, we touched on it before. You have a company.
Yes.
In the virtual office realm.
Yes, it's called Virtual Girls.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let me turn it this way so you can tell people who got businesses.
So Virtual Girls, I've always been very good at customer service and administrative tasks and organizing.
Okay.
So I got to a point in life where I was like, you know what? I can do this for other people and work for myself. So I created Virtual Girls back in 18.
Okay.
And it's for new business owners and entrepreneurs who can't really afford the full-time administrative assistant or secretary. So we do everything from permitting. We do, administrative assistant type work, like anything clerical.
Okay.
We do customer service.
Okay.
And we do, I just added something else. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. We do everything, basically, though. Everything. Anything you need, we can do.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a website for it?
No.
Okay.
It's, I recently revived it.
No, it's fine. That's what we got to do.
So initially I had a full-time client. He was a friend of mine. And then I had to get rid of him. But I'm looking for new clients. You know, sometimes you can't do business with friends because they take advantage. So it was one of those situations. And so now I'm like, no friends during business. Like, business is business. I have contracts now. I have the whole nine. Yeah. So looking for new people.
Okay.
So let me know if you know anyone.
Absolutely. I mean, let the world know now.
Yes. So contact me at Virtual Girls LLC on Instagram.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to jump right into Fashion Victual News.
All right.
All righty. Right here on Fashion Victuals Radio. Welcome back, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. And to my right, we have the DaFirst Ladi in the building.
Hey, saints and ain'ts.
All right, everybody, let's jump right into Fashion Victual News. Brian, what you got for us today?
All right, we got a lot of Fashion Victual News brought to you by nothing. We're working on bringing you something with it. So maybe brought to you by Popeyes, because last week Popeyes debuted their fashion line for their customers to purchase. The modern sweatshirt look of jackets, hats, shorts, shirts, and other items are currently available, ranging from, you love the price, from $10 to $40. That's a bucket of chicken right there. All right, now, as you probably know, Popeye's color scheme are a bit maroon and this burgundy orange type of look, but kind of has this familiar look. So if you remember, Beyonce and Adidas kind of displayed their Ivy Park collection. And
yes,
I love that.
It is awesome.
Kind of
I love
this
the
similar
packaging.
look.
Yes.
If you have this nice comparison here with their promotion and as well as the color scheme. So it kind of makes you wonder who copied off of who.
Popeye's copied off of Ivy Park. It will always be that.
See, your favorite is Beyonce.
I'm a stan.
I love Beyonce, and trust me, I love the Ivy Park line.
But
Like them Popeye's been wearing them colors for long.
Yes. So here's that similar. I mean, pretty much they probably got the same photographer. Too.
Wow. They not right. That's just not
they
right.
always do that to Beyonce. Always. I hate it.
Trust me, Beyonce is the bomb.com. But
Okay.
as a fan of Popeye's chicken my whole life,
Me too.
I feel like she kind of stole the color. She was probably looking at a Popeye's box. Because remember,
She do love her Popeyes.
I was going to say that. She do love her Popeye's
She said
chicken.
it in the song.
She sure did.
She do love her chicken.
So she like, you know what? What if I did a line around the colors of Popeye's chicken?
Smart woman.
All right.
And people will still buy it.
All right, next topic. Now, a recent report revealed that a few. Whoa, there's a lot of tinging going on here.
Yeah.
That a few fashion industry insiders are not too happy with the attendance of fashion shows. Now, it's not due to the fact of the lack of attendance. It is more so of who attends.
Okay.
The report states that more non-fashion people are viewing fashion shows using a VIP service, which would charge people between $500 to $3,500
Jesus.
to have them be in the front row viewing a show that they will not be criticizing nor promoting. One insider said this. Getting invited was both a privilege and a reward for how much my fellow editors and I sacrificed along the way. And the fact that anyone can now buy a ticket is just pathetic.
Oh, wow.
The disrespect.
I know, right?
Here's the thing. Adding fuel to this fire, some of these onlookers are complaining for the lack of content for their bucks, since they don't know that majority of these fashion shows run less than 20 minutes sometimes.
They do.
But still, a few are continuing to save their money for the runway presentation with or without scrutiny from the insider elite. Whoops, that's the wrong story. But anyway.
Boo.
So that's how it says. So yeah, a lot of insiders are really complaining about the fact that it's like, because based on what I read about the story is some of these people are just either A, they just want to go, meaning they just want to like try to meet celebrities, pick up pictures.
They want to
and all that
experience
stuff.
it.
They want,
Yeah,
because they want
exactly.
the experience. Others, they feel like it's a good connection.
Mhm.
And try to make some connection with
Absolutely.
their businesses, which is, I feel that I can understand
Networking.
more so
Yep.
than
There you
those
go.
who just want to go up there and just be saying, "Ooh, look, I'm here. Look at me where I'm at."
Mhm.
Type of thing.
Why does it matter as long as the seats are full?
It depends. Well, again, the inside.
As long as you don't have hood boogers at your uppity fashion show showing out, then I don't understand what the problem is.
I agree.
Because if no one showed up, then it would be a whole nother argument
Yep.
about something else.
Yep.
So would you rather the seats be full and people be there, and whether they're taking pictures or posting on Facebook or Instagram, they're still advertising your show. So I don't. What's the problem again?
They want.
No, I get it. I'm being funny. Like
I know.
But my thing is, they're still getting the money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Not really. Because again, this is a VIP service. The service is getting the money. It's not going. They're probably getting like maybe a small percentage of going back to the show itself, but really, it's majority of it's going to this VIP service.
The seats are still filled. I mean, would you rather show a production of a fashion show with half the room full, or
Nobody there at all.
yeah?
Well,
I mean, but you have that goes back to a comment that Tommy Hilfiger made years ago. Like he didn't want certain people wearing his clothing.
That's immediately what I thought of when you said the
Yep.
story. They don't want us there, is what it is,
well,
essentially.
Well, actually, it's a whole. They don't. He doesn't just want a whole bunch of riffraff. That's more so.
The riffraff got the money though.
Exactly.
Somehow. Anyway, now
Wow.
here's another updated story that we mentioned. Just as I surprised enough got, you saw a little bit of it, but I just recently got the latest Land's End catalog. Yes.
For the Lord.
Yes. So a couple of weeks ago, we mentioned the fact that Delta Airlines was sued by their employees because the new uniforms designed by Land's End was causing a whole lot of medical problems. Now, here's a reminder of some of the conditions they went through. These people went through severe respiratory illness, rashes, blisters, boils, hair loss, hives, sinus problems, headaches, fatigue, nosebleeds, and anxiety.
Mind you, this is fabric they're talking about.
Yes, this is the fabric on the thing. So, which was caused by the high stretch, wrinkles, and steam-resistant, waterproof, anti-static, and deodorizing products of the clothing material. That's what caused all these problems. So anyway, after announcing that they had the most successful 2019 and being named the best airline in the United States, even after one of their planes dumped its fuel on top of a school and gave bonuses to their employees, the company made the smart decision to bring back the old uniforms with non-toxic materials.
I was going to say.
Yes. So, Ekram Dimbalanju, say that 5 times fast, the director of uniforms at Delta, said the number of employees opting to wear their own black and white attire instead of the uniforms has grown into the thousands. It is just too many. We've got to be a united force. He continues on by stating, we believe the uniform is safe, but clearly there is a group that doesn't. And finishes, having a subgroup of employees wearing a black and white personal attire and having another group of employees wearing the uniform just isn't acceptable. All right. Delta will be having the new uniforms by December of 2021.
They gotta wait a whole year. For
okay.
the new uniform.
Mind you, they made over 64,000 uniforms.
They just gotta chalk that up as a loss.
Exactly.
Well, hey.
Claim it on your taxes.
Exactly.
Yes, it's a tax write-off. In the interim, Delta wants to shift some employees from the black and white wear by offering alternative uniform pieces that includes allowing those flights attendants to wear dresses made of a different material that only airport agents now wear, or a white cotton blouse. The company will also produce flight attendant uniforms for women in gray, which you see here just like the men do, with no chemical finish. So that is the update from about the Delta situation. So they'll be getting uniforms like I said in 2021. Any comments?
There's so much wrong with everything you just said. First of all, why do you have uniforms that have so much other shit embedded in it?
Again, it is to properly protect them, because majority of the people who were affected were the flight attendants, and they get, they deal with food and all that stuff, so they get all, they try to prevent them from getting stains on their outfits.
So they tried to use stain-resistant fabrics?
Right. So that's what caused them getting sick, because Land's End is more of a company that pretty much promotes a lot of outdoor, Arctic wear, like you see in some of the commercials.
Like snow pants.
Snow pants and jackets.
Water-resistant jackets.
I thought I heard chemicals somewhere in there.
Yes, they use that type of chemicals that prevent, its resistance.
Right.
Why didn't they test this out before they purchased 64,000 uniforms?
Well, here's another sad part. I had said this last time. In March, American Airlines is going to get its new set of uniforms made from Land's End, made the same way.
So they haven't received them yet, though.
Everyone's going to lose out on
But
that.
American Airlines hasn't blocked it off. So
they haven't?
Nope. They still.
So they don't know about this story?
No, they know
right
about this. They're taking it in. So.
You know what I didn't like? I didn't like who's the owner? The name you.
Oh, Ekram? He's the director of uniforms.
So that guy, it sounds like in his little speech or statement that he made, he really didn't give a damn how the people were affected. He blatantly disregarded how they felt about how it felt on their body.
Yep, he didn't care.
That's
he's one of those corporate guys that you see that
because he doesn't have to wear it.
Yeah, he doesn't have to wear it. He's
That's why.
indoors. He doesn't fly. He doesn't have to worry about it.
But my thing is, when they were thinking about something more resistant, as far as water resistant, food resistant, whatever, they have to realize, like you said, Lands' makes outdoor clothing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't actually put this on we put it on our bodies, but we have other clothing that was worn between it, right?
Yeah.
So when I put on snow pants or a ski jacket, like, I got clothes underneath that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just have something like that uncomfortable on my skin. Like, that just didn't. So this is what I said earlier today to one of my coworkers. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I feel like some people just don't have common sense.
No.
I just don't.
Common sense ain't that common.
Exactly. And it's crazy because, I mean, it would make sense. Like, why would you make a uniform out of something water resistant that people wear outdoors?
Like, I can see if they had all of the ramp agents, because the ramp agents are constantly outside throughout the year throwing the bags in the bottom of the plane. Like, I get that. But the flight attendants and the customer service attendants, and, like, that's a bit much.
And how often do you see a flight attendant spill something on themselves?
Not
Honestly,
often.
To me, when I'm on a flight, even like if it's a bumpy flight or whatever, they still, like,
They're very clean.
very clean, very well maintained.
Yeah.
Like, they hold their own. They're like, if it start getting bumpy, let's push this cart back over here,
Yep.
get in our seatbelts. I'm not doing this. Lock the cart in place.
Yep.
You know? So this is interesting. This is interesting.
Well, it may be over, maybe not. We'll wait until American Airlines.
Yeah,
get
we'll
their
see.
run.
We'll definitely see.
All right. Last story, and this is kind of interesting. So since Valentine's Day is next week, the website Future Method revealed that these states have the most kinkiest mindset. Now I won't mention all the states, but there are some pretty much interesting. Now in the local area, we have Maryland and DC there.
Why did I know they were going to be on there? Why did I know?
Of course.
Virginia didn't even cross my mind, but the first thing I mentioned was watch it be Maryland and DC. Watch.
Well, yeah, there is a mechanism. So pretty much that, which is the tendency to derive pleasure, especially sexual gratification, from one's own pain or humiliation. So sadomasochism and all that stuff. Virginia, as well as Pennsylvania, they're into balloons, having sex in a whole bunch of balloons.
What?
I don't know how that is.
Because they're weird.
Yeah, they're weird.
But Virginia is for lovers.
Yes,
That's what
yes,
they say.
are. So I don't know if the first lady will feel about this, but New York is into leather.
I can see that.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sounds about right.
California, they're into wax play. So
Sounds about right as well.
Florida, they're into piercings.
Okay.
Okay, now we're about to get into
Those
some
look
of
like
the
a
extreme
meth head,
states with their extreme ideas. Idaho is into erotic electric stimulation.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
Not bad.
not bad. Kansas, Wisconsin, and Mississippi is into sports gear, which I don't know what that means.
How does that fit?
Pretty much they maybe like the football gear, like seeing tight pants, tight shorts in the basketball court, things of that nature.
Brian, but you couldn't find a woman. Oh, okay, wait. Hold on.
That's
she got on
a
a whole
woman.
biker suit?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. It looks
like.
like latex.
Yeah,
It does.
But again, some people work out in that stuff. So hey, you're gonna love this one. Missouri and Oregon, they like used underwear.
Gross. Who the hell does the underwear?
You would believe what people would get on the internet for these used underwear. And lastly, Indiana and Nevada, they're really, really into armpits.
Nevada?
You know, armpits are a thing.
Yes.
Are they?
A lot of women like armpits.
I don't want
Like they sit up under their man and like sniff under. I used to
Okay,
do
that is bad because I do. I told my man, I was like, sometimes I go on the other side of the bed when he gets up. I just that's so bad. It's so bad, but I get it.
Yes,
I
it's a
get
thing.
It's a thing.
That's so bad.
So, any fetishes you ladies like to review?
I don't have any fetishes.
Oh, you do have a fetish, too.
I mean, like hell, well, DC and Maryland, I mean.
Oh, you like to get whipped and see someone get whipped?
I don't like to see someone, well, let me take that back. I've had my share of foreplay. There are lots of very adult stores in this area that I've come across for viewing purposes only. And they have a plethora of things that you can use while trying to have fun in the bedroom. Whippings, maybe one of them. Chokings, maybe one of them. Vibrating toys, maybe one of them. I don't want to name them all because I'm trying to keep it very PG-13 right now. And then they have this thing called video head cleaner.
Never heard of it. And I'm into some weird shit. I've never heard of that.
Okay, so this, I came across this not too long, I think about a couple weekends ago. Came across this. They don't call them video head cleaners on the streets, but in the adult stores, that's what they have to call them for legal purposes. So on the streets, they call them poppers.
Okay. What are
Explain. Where's this going?
So apparently, it's this thing in a small bottle that you sniff through your nostrils, and it gives you this erotic feeling through your body to make your sexual pleasure even more heightened.
Coke.
What?
It's not even, I don't think, I think, right, you would think so, but they have different smells of it. Like they have, like I was looking at the name, I'm like, what the fuck is
Did
this?
you try it?
No, I was too scared. Anytime that, this is exactly what they said. It was me and two other people in there. And one of the people I was with, they was like, hey, do you have poppers? They was like, we can't say that name here. He was like, what? He was like, we can't say that name here. You mean video head cleaners? And he was like, okay, well, can you tell them what it is? And he was like, we're not allowed to talk about it. I was like, oh, what kind of black market shit is this?
Yeah.
Right. So he was just the person I was with was like, it gives you this erotic feeling that heightens the whole mood when you're having sex. And literally the bottle is like this tall and this skinny. It's not a big bottle. It's a very small bottle. And
how much is it?
I think it was like $5.95.
So it's almost like somebody you get it from a gas station.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is they don't keep it on the shelves. They keep it behind the counter.
Why sell it if you can't talk about it?
It's like it's like
in the know, you have to know.
like you know what it is, but you're not supposed to know. Like you cannot talk about it for some. I don't know what it is because some of these states have weird sexual rules. Like Virginia's for lovers, but you'll go to jail if you give head or something.
Right.
I forgot what it is. Yeah, it's illegal to give head in the state of Virginia. You see what I'm saying?
Jesus.
So it's like all these states have different sexual laws too. So it's like one of those things that if you own an adult store, I guess it's something that you cannot disclose or talk about.
I'm going to go to the one in Laurel and be like, do you have pop?
Girl, the Comfort Zone guy on the Comfort Zone.
Where's that?
It's on College Park on Route 1. That's
I think I know
that.
where that is.
You do. Trust me, you do. It's right
We may
there.
have a new sponsor. Keep it on the download.
It's right there on Cherry Hill Road and Route 1. And it sits on...
Why are you whispering?
I know, right? Because they the ones who got the video head cleaners. And it's 2 levels in there.
Oh.
Yes. And they got everything.
And it's called what comfort?
The Comfort Zone.
The comfort zone.
And I promise you probably passed by it a million times.
And didn't even because they never have like the signs. Yeah.
They do have the sign. It's big as day, but it's like pastel-y colors. So you know where the Home Depot is?
Yes.
In College Park?
Mm-hmm.
So right before you turn down that road to get to the Home Depot, right on Route 1, if you're coming down Route 1 from Laurel, it sits on the left-hand side.
Oh.
By the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, I know where Duncan is. Okay, cool.
Okay, that's my Victual news. I'll go make a run to the Comfort Zone.
Yes, I'm going tomorrow. See what they got.
Thank you, Brian. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into our topic of the night, and that is virtual reality. This is going to be awkward.
Oh, my.
Right here on Fashion Victuals Radio. Welcome, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. And to my right, we have the lovely, the First Lady in the building.
Hey, boos.
What's going on? Now that we've talked about what we had to discuss off the
Okay. That visit tomorrow.
Now let's get into the virtual reality of things. So, Brian is telling us that this is a big thing now. And it is. I mean, to a degree, I think virtual reality is a big thing. I think some people have taken it too far. I mean, let's be clear. I don't know if you all remember at one point about 10 years ago that they had the 3D televisions.
Yes.
Like, that was your way of closely getting more into the virtual reality realm because you had to wear those special glasses and stuff when you watch TV. And then, like, now you have video games where, like, what was that thing? PlayStation, they have this thing where you can, like, strap to your...
They have the goggles.
Right.
And everything.
Yeah. And then attach your phone right on the inside. And it's like...
Jesus.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, is this what we doing now?
Well, it's kind of expanded. So, like I said to you earlier, what sparked this topic was this little event. Tinashe last week, she had a virtual concert.
Oh, you were not joking.
No,
This
I'm
is
not.
the
So
worst
you see
ever.
in the far corner, Tinashe is performing, with the crew. But what people get to see is her virtual self performing a concert. She performed like 5 songs from her current album, Songs for You, and it was good. I really enjoyed it, and pretty much it's like I think it's becoming going to be the new wave of concerts. Because again, we were hearing about we're going to have a hologram of Whitney Houston or a hologram of Tupac.
But we've seen the hologram of Tupac.
Yeah,
I mean.
so things like that. But I feel like with a virtual concert, you can have a virtual person portraying Whitney or whatever, even though you have the other person, all they can do, you pretty much have them just move like Tinashe was and just lip sync. And just play the music right behind it. And that's what people will get into. Because surprisingly enough, people will slowly get into it because, again, as more and more we hear about certain venues getting sadly attacked or whatever.
Okay, yeah, that I can understand.
Or some, like pyro explosions, get mishaps and things of that nature. I mean, they want to at least, again, protect the artists. They try to protect fans. Mind you, to me, it's kind of like a nice new safe haven, and that's what pretty much the majority of some of these things are. They're more like safe havens. But I can see the First Lady is not down with that.
I'm not with it. I'm not with it. One, it's cartoony.
Very.
If I am going to, I don't care if it's free or not. If I'm going to watch a concert, I want to see it live or I want to see it in person. I do not want to watch a figure that was created move and dance and sing. I want to see your face. I want to see your outfit. I want to see how your hair is put together. I want to see the dance team's outfits. Maybe it's just me. I'm old school. No,
I get it. I totally get it. No. Because you want to feel that energy in the room. Like, you're not going to feel that at home.
No.
Watching YouTube.
Hey, well, I did. I sat through a good half hour. I enjoyed it. I mean, saw the nice moves. I saw the wardrobe changes, which are virtual wardrobe changes. Mind you, seeing the little, corner, behind the scenes look of everything. They had about 3 different computers. They had all her friends and family around and acting like the audience. But all in all, it was good.
It's a lazy move to me.
But then again, mind you, she get that instant reaction of people commenting of how they were either liking or disliking the show. So, they kind of want that instant reaction. So,
you can go on Instagram and get an instant reaction.
Yeah,
not really. Not at that moment in time you're at a concert.
Just not not feeling it.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Like,
let's put it this aspect.
I mean, I get why. Like, I get your valid point as to why, because of the dangers of being in public places now is causing more.
But the danger
people.
is not that high to where people are not going to continually pay to go to a concert.
It's not, and you're right. It's not
excessive.
I think the last concert wasn't it? It wasn't. Was it Demi Lovato's concert? No, it was Ariana Grande.
Yeah, right.
Ariana Grande. They had a mass shooting there.
And the guy, one of the guys, is on trial right now.
See, and I get that, but like she said, it doesn't happen or occur as often for us to be like, you know what? We're for the safety of everyone. We're just going to.
We're
do
scared.
It. Right. We're not going to do any more concerts. We're going to make this as a virtual reality as possible.
They would make no money.
Well,
Most-
not now.
Most artists make their money touring. If you're not going to tour to where people can come and physically see and interact and do like the VIP behind the scenes treatment, all that, nobody's going to pay for that shit.
Agreed.
I'm not paying for that.
Okay, you say that now, but
I will never pay for
you
that.
say that now.
No.
But here's what people are doing now. Again, people will say it's like, oh, I need a store to go, like I said, get into the full realm of virtual reality. So I need to go to a store, you know, and get my outfit or whatever. Nowadays, people are willing to go on their computer and
That's different.
No, it's not different.
It's
exactly
different. You want to know why it's
you
different?
say that it's different, but no, then you're saying that they'll scroll through things and look for a certain outfit. In the future, and trust me, it is being worked on as we speak, pretty much a lot of people are wanting to have us like, hey, let's find the right outfit for me for this day and time. And paying for it. We're coming to that aspect of
Okay,
it. Mind you, that seems cartoony, but it's happening.
Let's, first of all, Brian, I still physically got to put the shit on.
True.
Exactly.
Secondly, regardless if I order, because I order online all the time. Regardless if I order online or not, to me that still does not equate to me watching a fucking cartoon and watching some cartoon dance in front of me that is so-called supposed to be a celebrity that I would like to pay to go see. And like she said, like, it's not like the experience where you're like getting in front of the celebrity, being on the stage, getting the VIP treatment. And then honestly, their ticket money is going to go down. Think about it. How much do you think somebody's going to pay to go inside of a virtual reality room to watch a cartoon?
Hey, a lot of people will do anything. In this day, again.
The younger generation will because
Yeah,
they're
the
stupid.
introverts.
But the
I think
older generation, we're not
Ain't
paying
no
for
way
that
in
shit.
for hell. Ain't no way in for hell.
All right, let me go a little further. Like back to the little kinky fetish stuff. Virtual sex. That's big business now.
That's for
But
people who
with
can't
who?
get it.
Exactly.
Why do you say that though?
Because it is. I mean, if you, like, look, come on now, Brian. People really wanted some dick and ass, they can get dick and ass. And that's a given. Like, it doesn't have to be anything attached to it. But if you're telling me that people want a sexual experience, it's plethora. But if you want to be attached to it and date and all that other stuff, that's different. So my thing is, if you feel like you can't, like, get that pleasure out here in the world and you have to go to something that's a cartoon, like, how is that possible? Like, it ain't like...
Well, it's not a cartoon. Again, I don't know, I'm really exposing my knowledge.
It looked like a cartoon to me.
No. That's that's the Tiana's concept. What I'm saying that there are now video VR devices that, again, you actually see.
Hold on, Brian.
What?
What kind of devices you talking
Like
about?
the same goggles.
But okay.
But you're not seeing a cartoon. You're actually seeing like the movie of
Okay.
what you're seeing.
Okay.
For sex.
Yes.
So,
Now remember, let me ask you this: did you ever, either one of you, seen Demolition Man? Which
No.
was Sylvester Stallone and
Uh-uh.
what's her phrase? Sandra Bullock.
no.
No.
Okay, there's a scene where Sandra Bullock, initiated sex with Sylvester Stallone.
Mhm.
Sylvester Stallone says, "Okay, cool." He's about taking his clothes off and everything, and says, "No, we don't do that anymore." And it's like, "What do you mean? We do this." So she gives him a VR device, and everything is all in his head, and he's like freaking out because of the fact it's like, "Wait, what's this?" And it's like, that's how we do sex now. Now, and again, mind you, it is weird, but that's what we've been leading up to.
Let me tell you something. humans like other human touch. They are not going to buy into virtual sex. If I am going to buy virtual sex, I might as well masturbate, because ultimately that's all I'm going to do after I watch it anyway. It's like watching porn. I want to be with another person in another human, warm, hot body. I don't want to pay for that. For all that, just pay for a prostitute, get your rocks off, and go on about your business. I'm not going to pay for anything virtual to watch someone else have sex.
Well, technically, you're having sex with that person.
Virtual.
But you don't feel it physically. What's the point? Except to get you hard and wet and
angry.
Then what?
Angry, because I'm not feeling him. That's what's going to get me. It's going to make me angry because I'm not feeling him.
People are weird.
So pretty much, I can understand this. This is why I wanted this conversation, because the main real complaint I'm hearing is the fact that it is the human contact element, having that physical presence of another person there.
Yeah.
And that's where I fully agree with you on all fronts in this, because I feel that's what's kind of being lost, and that's kind of the mild danger, because a lot of people nowadays, even in our age groups, sadly enough, is growing more and more going into that virtual world,
right?
And getting lost in it, and completely zoning out of what full actual reality is. And then you're nodding your head. Why so?
I'm just listening.
I just don't. I think it's. I'm not saying it's completely stupid. What I'm saying is it takes away from what humans are supposed to do.
It's a temporary fix that you're still going to long for a human to do anyway. So I don't understand. Like, why put yourself through the extra shit just to have the same result in the end?
You can't. It's not like you can have kids doing it.
Yeah.
What, you gonna have a virtual baby?
You've seen Star Trek, right?
You know what, Brian?
See what the possibilities could be.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, like I said, this seems all science fiction now, but science fiction can be soon to be science fact. And a lot of people are creating little certain things to where it starts off like something that you either read in a book, saw in a anime cartoon, or a television series, and then somehow.
But not everyone watches cartoons.
Well, what I'm saying is like it usually people have these weird mindsets of, oh, this is what the future will be, and everyone just laughs it off like you guys are doing right now. But then slowly becoming, we're actually slowly getting into it, and the problem is like either we try to fully accept it, or sort of like, okay, take it in stride. Me, I feel it's like, why don't we just take it in stride and see where it goes? If everyone is like fully going into the matrix, then yeah, I have a problem. That's when I will have a problem. But if you get to the point where it's like, hey, if you're able to balance this off, then great. Because like I said, virtual reality can become addictive.
I'm not saying it's not the, well, I mean, people,
I feel like when it comes to virtual reality, especially when it comes to sex, like you said, it's for people that can't get it. It's for people that are awkward around other people of the opposite sex. They can't get dates. They don't know how to talk to men or women. They don't go out much. So that's an online dating type of thing, virtual. But it's for people who are just socially awkward. For the rest of us, we're not
sociopaths.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing it.
My sister had me watching some crazy stuff today called You on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I've heard it. I won't watch it.
It's some sick stuff. But it's just, I'm not denying the fact that this is the future, Brian. But not everything that's we see that is going to be in the future is acceptable. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't think, not to say it's not acceptable for everyone. I just know, like with me, I'm kind of old school. I like I said, I like the feel a man instead of just, oh, we're gonna put these glasses on and we're gonna imagine like we're having sex. You don't get nothing.
Does that?
You don't get nothing out of it.
Virtual trips. We'd be off to an island that you always dream about.
No, damn it! I want to feel the sun on me.
I want to feel the sand in between my toes. I don't want to watch it. That's like watching it on TV and imagining that you're there
and being mad at the same time that I'm not. Like I get, like my thing is
weird.
Those things. if people can't make a way to get there, then I understand. But I also know that everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Everything ain't for
Absolutely.
everybody. And I think that some people are just going to be reluctant to using more virtual reality in their day-to-day life, as though others find it to be, this is awesome. I don't have to deal with people. I can stay in my own lane. I can stay home and just mingle from here type of deal.
I don't foresee a lot of black people getting on that train.
I beg to differ, actually.
Not a lot of them. Not saying that none of them
This
will,
newer
but not a lot of them.
this newer generation, they are a very
Special people.
They are the ones probably driving it, because I mean a lot of them hide behind social media already. This is just another way for them to hide themselves behind society.
But again, people of all backgrounds eventually are going to want human touch.
I agree with that.
So this is
Unless you just don't
temporary.
want nobody to touch you. I have a crazy.
Isn't there a
aunt like
name
that.
for that?
Crazy?
There is an actual.
Yeah.
People not.
I forget what it.
What
It's
is
not.
it?
It's not asexual. Is it?
Actually, I think it is. Hold on. Let me
Really?
look it up.
I know a little bit. I know a little bit.
Speaking of, talk about, I know you have, besides your virtual assistants, I know you have another business venture. that's
Yes, you
popping.
do.
Yes. Okay, so I started an online women's boutique,
Okay.
and it's called Lady Haven.
All right.
So we specialize in sizes small to 2X. So we go up
Okay.
for the thicker, curvier girls. I didn't want to leave them out. So it's called Lady Haven. I started it October 2017. We just launched this past Super Bowl Sunday.
Awesome.
Yes, so we have a discounted, it's called the Lee Sweetheart tracksuit right now. It comes in 3 colors,
Okay.
black, navy, and wine. And I have it 10% off for the month. So
Okay.
every month we'll do an item of the month and we'll discount it. We also have ladies. We love leggings, right?
Yes, we do.
I came across these tummy control top leggings.
Okay.
They come up to under your boobs. They suck everything in. And I only priced them for $24.99.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I wear them like all the time. But I think that would be my best seller because we love leggings. You can work out in them. You can dress them up. They make your butt look big. They make your tummy look small.
Yep.
They're tummy control leggings.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations on your new
Thank
launch.
you. So you can Google search Lady Haven, and my Shopify store will come up, or you can just click the link in my bio on Instagram, Lady Haven.
Hey, Lady Haven.
Yeah.
And there she is.
Yay! That's my beautiful model Toya.
Awesome.
I picked the best models. They make the clothes look so good. I was so nervous when I did the photo shoot because you want your models to like what you're wearing because essentially you want everybody to like it.
Absolutely.
And they loved every piece. And Miss Curvy here, she loved everything as well because everything fit her perfectly. Look at that dress.
It is cute, and it fits her perfectly.
Her body is insane.
Yeah.
Insane. But yes, that's my babies.
Awesome.
Lady
All right,
Haven.
and the actual name is Hopophobia.
Hopophobia?
Yeah, Hopophobia.
Well, you don't like to be touched?
Yep.
I knew it was a name
Yeah.
for it because
Right,
people
this
come
is
up with
often
names for
associated with
everything.
the fear of sexual assault, but it's the fear of being touched.
Well, sexual what?
A sexual assault.
Hmm.
Because it's associated sometimes with it when people are afraid to be touched.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I know, right?
On that note. So, but overall, let's say this. Overall, I think, I'm like a fan of progress, and I have no problem. Like I said, if there's a proper balance for this, that's great. I don't want to have, people be in this virtual world forever and get lost and forget how to deal with human contact.
I think that's what's going to happen, though.
That's what's happening
I
now.
think that's what's going to happen. Like,
sadly,
people
it's happening
using
now,
Yeah.
virtual reality to hide behind society. And they're going to, this is what I see people doing. First of all, let's be clear, because in work environments, you have to be a team, right? So
you should be.
Exactly. I'm going to feel like that's going to be a problem because you don't want to, you're going to get that phobia where you just don't want to talk to people at work. And then you can't wait to go home and just deal with people on virtual reality or social media, I'm just saying. And then on top of that, they're going to hide a mask behind this. This is why people are sociopaths now, because of stuff like this.
But what the hell are they going to do? Create virtual bars? So you're going to drink in the house by yourself with goggles on?
Yes.
And how the hell are you going to see the
It's going to be like having social media.
Weirdo shit.
Let me tell you. It's going to be like dating apps and virtual reality. And whoever makes this an idea, I want my cut. This is what's going to happen. It's going to be Match.com, and somebody else is going to have the goggles on, and you're going to have the goggles on, and they're going to put a setting for everybody to kind of mix and mingle with other virtual characters. And this is how they're going to meet. I swear to God, if somebody takes this, I want my cut. But this is what's going to happen. And then when it comes time to meet in person, they're not going to know what to say because they've only been dealing with each other in this virtual realm. Think about it.
Stupid.
I see it. It's going to happen.
I don't like it. I hate it.
I don't like it, but I know that's what's going to happen. I do.
Jesus Christ.
People are in... I can't tell everybody that they're sick in the head because some people really do have issues out here. And I think that some people do have social issues.
There's levels.
There is levels. But this one's going to top the cake. Like, it's just like you don't have to interact with nobody but everybody in the virtual world. Like, you can be a totally different person.
Can I have a virtual job? Now, we'll take a virtual job.
That's becoming that way too.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what
virtual girls.
I mean, come on. That's
remotes.
That's becoming now almost.
But that's productive.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm very productive at home.
Well, you can be productive at home, but what I'm saying is, it's like pretty much you're not interacting with people like you used to. I mean, you're not.
But it's productive work-wise. You're still getting paid. The job is still getting done. You don't have to waste money coming into the office.
Still
you can
attending the
contact your supervisors and shit. Like, that's productive. This other shit, with people not physically interacting and getting to know each other and being able to talk and have conversation, that's not productive.
It's not productive. But I know that's what's going to happen.
Okay,
I mean, that's why people go to these dating websites now. I mean, the people go to find love. And
I'm on dating websites. But
Right.
guess what? After a few weeks of talking to you, I want to fucking see you. I need to see your face.
Right.
I need to put eyes on you. I want to know that you're real.
I agree. No, I totally agree because you don't want to be catfish.
Yes.
So this is just a whole nother level of it. It's like, okay, well, I can make up a avatar of myself, put it in this virtual setting, and I can look at the avatar of you in this virtual setting. Honestly, it's just kind of like mingling with somebody just virtually. Brian, I swear to God, if somebody takes this, just know that I said it right here on this show. I promise you.
Well, I feel like this is a good a good starter for the shade. So lead into that, right this week.
All right, well, let's wrap this up, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into the editorial shade right here on Fashion Victuals Radio.
Everywhere, yeah. They don't even know. They be throwing shade everywhere.
I know, that's what I can't give him up. I'm sorry, I can't give up Brian. So cute. Welcome back to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. Let's jump right into the editorial shade. Super producer Brian actually has some editorial shade that he wanted to share with us.
Well, actually, we have the first lady here. I don't want to go first.
I don't want to go first. I need to see what kind of stories y'all got.
Right.
Now,
it's anything that you have a problem with. You just put it on the table.
Here's a mild problem. Okay, I'll start it off.
You said a mild problem.
Well, it's a mild problem. So recently, I saw on a friend's Facebook page, she was promoting, I want to say promoting, she put a story about this young kid by the name of Farouk James. Now,
He's a little boy.
He's 8 years old. And,
all that hair.
And he's a model, so give him that. And pretty much his hair
Oh, my.
Preventing him from going into school.
Oh, I saw that.
So, and he's mixed. So his mom's white, and so she's trying to get him into some various schools, and 2 of them denied him because of his hair.
What's wrong with his hair? It's beautiful.
It's a nice hair. So my complaint. So I posted on my friend's page. I felt that he needs to cut it. I'm sorry. As much as big as it is, and it's perfect for if he's still doing modeling. But if you're trying to go to school, you need to cut it.
Why does his hair have to do anything with him getting an education?
Okay, you say that, but here's why. One, his hair is too big and pretty difficult to try to find lice, and that is a major health concern. So. The way I see it is now, like I said, he's 8 years old. I told it now, and I got a reply from the person who's on the page, not the person who posted it, but another person. And I said, look, you need to cut this hair to a point where it's manageable. It will grow back until he's a certain age where he feels like, hey, he can handle this on his own.
Brian,
right now, trim it.
Brian,
just trim it.
Are you seriously telling me that the only reason you can come up with for him to cut his hair, a mixed boy, which essentially is black because his dad is black,
right,
is lice?
Yeah.
Black people don't have lice.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Yes.
We don't have lice.
Yeah. But still, it attracts. It jumps. It goes from one hair person to another.
How often do you hear of kids having lice in elementary school?
You don't hear because that's how they manage it. That's why they go to the.
That ain't a good reason.
School,
that ain't good enough.
Okay, remember when you had to go to school and they say, hey, your parents told you, it's like, hey, we need to make sure their medical records are up to date. One of them is the checking of lice. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember shit about lice. I remember all the other shots,
tetanus shots,
all
TB
of that,
shots.
but nothing about lice.
Okay, that's the other concern.
Flu shot.
This is what I also led into. Because the more so, if you worry about this kid and his hair and not dealing with lice, you'll also lean into the fact of like people, the same parents were saying the fact that, hey, my kid's not going to get the measles shots. So you're more worried about your kid not, trying to get an education, was understandable, but you're worried about his hair and not worried about everyone else getting the possibility of possible infection of the lice epidemic.
I think you're being very extreme right now.
All you gotta do is cornroll and braid his hair.
Exactly. Cornroll it down.
That would have been an option.
But that is an option.
Me personally, I felt like, look, I know he's trying. If he's a model, then homeschool him and call it a day.
No, because that's robbing him of having social aspects like we just talked about in that virtual reality
shit. I should not have to restrict my child of an education and being around other kids his age and learning how to be social just because his hair is longer than everybody else's. That's where lawsuits come in, and that's where I as a parent will have a fucking problem. I'm cussing out everybody. I'm writing letters to officials and everything. That's insane to me. Insane. You guys as the U.S., we want people to, just not even as the U.S., we want our kids to have better than us. We want our kids to have education. The whole thing around school and having kids at school is to have them grow up and be wonderful workers and entrepreneurs. But you're going to tell me I can't have my child be in school because of his hair, of all things? He doesn't have a disease. He doesn't have fucking lice. He doesn't have nothing. Like, what? Hair?
Big hair.
And it can be cut, which he wouldn't do. It can be cornrowed. It can be twisted. It can be put in a ponytail. Okay. But they didn't give me none of those options. They just told me I can't come to school.
Right, that's true.
Okay, like I said, I would rather, I said, it's like I would prefer if he cut it. Like I said, and I made the comment. It's like,
I really want to fight you right now. I really want to fight you.
I just think that's not worth.
It's not. It's excessive.
It's too much. Oh, I mean, my thing is, if first of all, do not deny a child of his education. One, And I think that's pretty much what they're doing. They're putting a stop just because the boy got big hair. They could have just told the parent after school, hey, we noticed that your son's hair is getting a little out of control, whatever you want to call it. Is there any way that you can manage that for lice, quote unquote, purposes? Because that's the only reason you can come up with.
I would still cuss you out if you came to me as a parent and said that shit. Manage it more. What the fuck do you mean? First of all, black people can wear their hair however it grows out of their fucking heads. Just because white people's hair comes out thin and lays flat does not mean. Oh, see, I don't want to know. I'm already pissed off with this story. I can't.
First of all, don't touch my baby. And don't touch her hair. Just because y'all kids come out bald headed, don't touch my baby hair.
Yep.
And she tried to take, because my niece has curly blonde hair. She's blonde and she has gray eyes. Cute. So one of the ladies there, of course we're not going to say what color she was because you kind of know what it is. She's like, oh my God, she has cute little curly hair. And then she tried to take her hand, so I pulled my niece like this so she wouldn't touch her hair. Like, do not touch my baby's hair. Don't. That's what causes lice.
Yes, exactly.
People putting their hands in your children's hair, and then people who don't take care of their kids wash their goddamn hair. That's facts, Brian. Some of these parents send their kids at school looking like anything, and I've seen it. I've witnessed it.
Okay, so
all that boy gotta do is cornrow his hair. And
That's it.
Now, granted, he's not in the United States. He's in London, right?
He's in the UK, yeah.
He's in the UK. So their laws may be a little different.
He can even individually braid it and put it up in a ponytail.
Sure.
But don't tell me that I have to cut my son's hair and he can't come to school.
Don't cut that baby.
I would sue you just because you didn't give me other options, knowing that there are other options. Because essentially it just sounds like you don't want my little black kid to come to your school. Is what it sounds like to me.
See, that's what you hear.
That's what I get.
If he gave you a list of options and all
because you know why?
What?
I never see any white kids restricted from school because of their hairstyles. So what other option are you giving me to think about?
I've seen a lot of Caucasian children, especially boys, with very long blonde hair or very
Some of
brunette
them
hair.
got dreads, and they don't get restricted from going to school. So you telling me because my kid is black and has curly, pretty, long hair, I can't come to school? No.
He's a cute little boy.
Nope, not having it.
He's a model, so he'll make money big time. So.
Yep, that's how I see it.
So, like I said, he'll probably go into some.
That was your editorial shade, Brian.
That was my complaint. Listen this way. My shade is this. I feel like, as a future parent, personally, I felt like we need to trim it. Just trim it.
I was devastated when my brother cut my nephew's hair.
Why?
Devastated. I didn't want him to cut his hair.
You went from cut to trim.
That's the other thing. Why is it more so either the mother side more afraid to cut a boy's hair? Let's put it that way, than a guy would.
So, both my brothers, when they were growing up, especially around my nephew's age now, all of them had like cornrows and long hair. Mm-hmm. My mom did not cut my brother's hair until they were well into going close to middle school. Because they both had cornrows and stuff. No, I take that back. Until they were like second, third grade. Mm-hmm. But these parents, and it's cool, like, I mean, you're the parent, you got to do what you got to do. But the reason that they cut my nephew's hair was because they were like, well, she gets tired of fighting with him to do his hair, the mother. And I'm like, okay, maybe she just take her time to, like, either put it in like a little braid here. Damn, Brian, really? You gonna cut me off? This ain't the Grammys. You heard that, right?
Yeah. I was like, what's happening?
He was like, you about to cut me off.
I did some shade right there.
But I just don't agree with it. Like, I guess it's a motherly instinct. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, okay, just don't cut it so soon. Don't. Because honestly, if you cut it too soon, the child loses the grain of their hair. Like, the grain of the hair changes as soon as you cut it. Secondly, it will start growing differently. My nephew had curly hair. Now his hair ain't curly no more because they cut it all off. So it's like it's going to grow back just straight. just like, I guess with me, I don't know. I just feel some type of way about it.
I feel like when you're a parent, it should be your choice to cut your child's hair. You should never go outside of your home and have someone tell you that your child can be accepted because you won't make a decision that they want you to make when it comes to your child's hair. That's the problem.
Okay. Well, now that's a little timid. Do you have shade?
Do I have any shade? Yes, I do. So anybody that follows me on Facebook, I do my lives constantly.
Okay.
I just recently decided that I wanted to start dating again. Okay, like late November, early December.
Okay.
So I've been single since June 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it'll be almost 3 years this year. But with this dating world,
Girl.
and like it damn near makes you want to go back to your ex because at least you know what you got and you know what you. But the inconsistency, like how dare you show interest and want to do all these dates, got all these plans. As soon as you exchange information with me, we talk for a couple days and then you fall off. And then I get messages like, "What's up, stranger? And where you been? And oh, I give up." Like, what the fuck? You didn't even consistently try. Like, what the fuck? What's happening here? And what I won't do, what I will not ever do is chase no man. I will not do it. I will be single forever before I chase a man. So anybody that is interested, because I'm on Facebook Live right now, do not inbox me. Don't introduce me to a consistency that you cannot keep up with. But that's it. That's my rant. Sorry. That's all I got.
Brian, you know how many discussions we've had over this dating world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual reality.
It is
It
the pit.
I still will never do
Nah,
that.
hell no. I'd rather be a nun.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Fuck that.
Sorry.
So, I feel your pain
Yes. It's
I mean,
horrible.
through and through. Like, last April-ish, May, I was just like, fuck it. I'm not dating no one. I don't want to do this.
I haven't dated for
I'd rather be in my
2.5 years.
Oh, I went 5.5 before.
Sheesh.
I went 5.5 before. Went a whole year celibate, everything. Like, I was just done
I ain't
with
say all that, but
it.
dating.
So, and then as soon as I gave up, because I was just like, look at this. I don't want to do this no more. These people are crazy. These men, I just have so much animosity against dating. So, a blast from my past came back in my life.
The usual.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This was like from 10 years ago. And him and I are in a position right now. Prior to that, I was dating people who were new in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't work out. It was just like, oh, like, what don't y'all get?
And it's not to say that a new person won't work.
It's not
It's
to say
just
that, right?
that I don't feel like I'm too old to have to sift through the bullshit to find the one that will. It's like, and don't everybody know I'm a preacher's kid, so I always revert back to this. I would love a man that sees me and automatically goes, "That's my wife, I'm going to pursue her." Save me the trouble. Like, I don't want to have to kiss a bunch of frogs. Like, I need for God to come down and be like, "That's her. Go after her. Get her. Court her. She's it." Because everything else is a waste of time.
So let's talk about courting.
Oh, that's a whole nother conversation.
Girl, ain't it? That's a whole topic and so a whole nother show. But we're going to touch on that just a little bit. You tell me what your definition of courting is, and then I'm gonna tell you mine.
Okay,
This has been an issue.
Courting to me is definitely a monogamous thing.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the whole motive behind courting is getting to know the person and to be married. Like, I want to date you consistently and monogamously with the end goal in mind that we are going to be married. So that consist of dates, that consist of counseling. If you guys are church people, you go to church together. Like, the whole goal is to build to get to that point. If that's not what you're doing, I don't even, like, even when I'm dating now, I ask people up front, what do you want? What are you looking for? If you give me an answer that is super nonchalant, like, oh, I'm just chilling, or I'm looking for friends, or whatever happens, I'm not even going to waste my time. I need somebody that knows what they want. I want to be married, and the next relationship I'm in, this woman is going to be my wife. I want to build with her. Anything else, I don't have time for. I'm too old to play them games. I got enough friends with benefits I can call if I really needed it that bad. At this point, I need you to be it. That's it.
Do you think that chivalry should be a part of courting?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, you know what?
Probably, the 420 crew.
Oh. So, with chivalry being a part of courting, especially if you're dating someone, you would think that certain things that you do or that you do in your life, that somebody would be there to at least be a little supportive of it, right?
Yeah.
So, prime example, I moved last year, and the person I was dating at the time was like, yeah, I can't wait to see your new place. Hopefully I'll get an invite, blah, blah, blah.
Didn't offer the movie.
You knew right away, right? You knew right away.
My thing is, even if you don't offer to help me pay for it. Like, do something that is helpful to this move. Like, don't just think I'm gonna move myself. If we're having sex and we're dating,
if I'm fucking you,
exactly, I wasn't gonna say that, but that's what I wanted to say.
Let's be clear. If I'm fucking you and you getting the goods at the low discount, because it's, we dinner and movies ain't even the price of pussy these days anymore. Fuck that dick. Let me tell you why. Because if we're dating, that means you're supposed to be courting me. It's supposed to be chivalry. Yep. I'm supposed to be monogamous. If you don't want me dating outside of you, then my focus and my time and attention means everything to me. That I value.
Yep.
So therefore, if I'm moving and all you can tell me is, well, I hope I get an invite to the new place.
That's a very nonchalant, passive response that I don't like that passive
and when I
shit.
addressed it to the person, what he said to me?
What?
He said, you shouldn't. He said, well, that's what you get for assuming things. Because I said, I assume the fact that we're dating, that you would, at least offer.
Help me pack or something.
Pack a plate.
You don't got to move a box, but help me pack some shit up.
Nothing.
What are you good for? I can get
nothing
dick anywhere.
But this dial tone I'm giving you. I ain't heard from them since.
Listen, people act like the form of relationships is not supposed to be beneficial. We're supposed to be beneficial to each other if we're in any kind of relationship. Friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. At some point, I told you was something in there. It should be beneficial. It's no reason why I have a whole grown man in my life and I'm doing things that are, what is the word I'm looking for? Manual labor-y type shit, and you don't offer to help.
Sorry,
I don't like
for
that.
a servant now?
No, it's not a servant. I'm
You
looking for a
just took
man.
that and just went way left.
I'm looking
Jesus
for a
Christ.
man. That's what it is. I'm looking for a
man's
whole man.
an alpha
Yes.
man, a man that's good with his hands, a man that knows when to
Okay, again,
submit to his wife or his girl, and
That's
vice versa.
part
It
of
goes
courting.
both ways, Brian.
Part of
Both
courting.
ways.
Okay, I understand most of what you were saying, but up to a point where it's you want all this, but for some odd reason I feel like, okay, what do you, I know you have a lot to offer, I understand you got a lot to offer, but then again, the pool that you're in, is it worth diving into all the time?
What pool? What do you
Yeah, I need you to
This
expound
dating
on that.
pool that you're currently in.
Heck
Because-
no, that experience was enough for me.
That's why
I was
we
like, I'm
fucking
out.
single.
I was like Shark
Because
Tank.
the pool
I'm done.
is not. That's why I said I need God to
It's-
come down off the
and the
throne
thing
and be like,
honestly,
listen, sir,
Let's be clear.
that's her.
But I'm saying, well, let's put it this way. Sometimes you may, I'm not saying the current pool that you, because the waste of what you're saying is I don't know how often you venture outside of the normal pool that you're in. I think.
Oh, I ventured out. I've even went younger, and I don't like younger.
Been there, done that.
I ventured outside
Younger,
of the
older,
look
my
that I
age.
like because I figured, they call people crazy that do the same thing and expect different results. So I figured, why not go a little younger, go a little older, maybe pick a look that I don't normally like, but let's just see how this works. I tried that whole thing, a look I didn't like, that didn't work out too well.
Let me tell you, it was so bad for me. My mom said, "Why are you out here doing charity work?"
Okay.
I was
Because
like,
that's what it be.
I was like, I was stepping out of my realm. She was like, you stepped too far. She said, don't be out here doing charity work.
It's charity work.
She said verbatim, why are you out here doing charity work? And I'm like, damn, Mom. That made me
People
look at
ask me
myself
why.
differently.
I know.
Damn. Shit.
Man. It's rough out here, man. I don't think I'm going to find my person here in the DMV.
You're not.
I don't think
You're
so.
an absolute, unless.
Either he's gonna be a
No.
transplant here from
Right.
somewhere else,
He's
or
gonna be
I'm
from
gonna
another
have to move
somewhere
or
else.
date in another
Yep.
state.
They're not going to be from here.
Absolutely
I
not.
can guarantee you they either live here from another city or state,
Yep,
or you're going to have to move out of this city.
which
to
I'm
find-
looking to do.
Yeah, a girl. Hey, I've been there. Trust me.
I've even dated outside of the state. My last little situation was from Miami.
Mine was from Houston. See, I'm trying to tell.
So we're going outside of our pool, Brian. If that's what you wanted to know.
You just wait to my way.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you.
Anyway. That it for editorial shade?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Don't be raining on our parade, Brian.
I'm not ready.
I'm sorry, that just took over. My bad. I didn't mean for
But
that.
that's
to do
part
that.
of the editorial shade. All right, the First Lady, thank you so much for sitting in on the
Thank
show
you.
today and sharing your perspective of everything. Everybody, make sure you tune in next Wednesday to the Showdown, number 3. Also, make sure you vote on ripradionetwork.com for me, Tierra, as Female Personality of the Year. Make sure you go vote. And vote as many times as you can before the 29th.
And
Vote.
First Lady, where we find you?
You can find me at DaFirst Lady, DaFirst_Ladi on Instagram. You can follow Lady Haven on Instagram, LadiHaven, or Tia DaFirst Lady on Facebook.
There you go.
There, you can find out the crash.
Peace, everybody.
Bye.